welcome, my friends, to our Wednesday live session of our group Friendship Skills 4.0 for this digital age. I had some troubles with my internet connection before. I hope it's stable enough that we don't run into troubles. If it happens, we can't change it. So that's how the cookie crumbles. I want to speak with you about this week's topic, why so many people have problems with making friends. I'm going to wait a few seconds to let people join our session. Oh, I didn't refill, so it's empty. I prepared a poll, and I'm going to activate it now. I just have to from my mouth. Here it is. Activate poll. Is it not activating? Activate. Now it's active. What's the biggest factors that makes it hard to make friends? First, bad experiences from the past make it difficult to open up to new people. Second, expectations of people are unclear or too high. And third, lack of experience leads to an unstructured and hesitant approach. So, and from time to time, I might read from my notes. So, why is it hard for some people to make friends and easy for others? That's a big question. That's a huge topic. And we already have some good input from Ian and Christian. Thank you guys for your discussion with me. Ian mentioned he wrote about insecurities, lacking confidence, and current circumstances, which are problems. And the main issue is if you start with this type of issues and you have a lack of success, then they will grow stronger and stronger and stronger. In German, they call it Teufelskreis. Devil circle would be a one-to-one translation. I don't know if it exists in this phrase in English. It's often because of negative life experiences. We spoke about toxic relationships 2 weeks ago, and they are also really, really bad for your future experience as well. Yeah. So if you, Noah wrote about, I had many disappointments, and that if you had disappointments, you will enter the next relationship, the next friendship with being afraid for more experience and more disappointments, and it makes it harder for you to open up to new people. Yeah. So you already judge the friendship before you even give a person the chance to show if he or she is trustworthy or not. It's not easy to overcome this. You can read about one approach in Ian's comments. I will link the approach later on in the comment sections that you can just click on it and you will find his approach. Some steps you might be able to go on your own. Other steps you might want to have some people supporting you. Yeah, that's Noah wrote that she treated people well and supported them, and later they let me down. And that's actually you will always find people misusing trust, and others will stay friend, but it's hard to see to discover toxic people in advance. I always try to bring trust in friendships when I meet somebody, and I always try to detect toxic people as fast as possible to get rid of them. But of course, it hurts, and it makes if you open up to somebody, you can have a lot of disappointments as well. Christian wrote also about experiences, but also about expectations. So depending on my expectation, it's nearly impossible to find a fitting friend. I think that people are often too fancy about meeting the perfect person. That's not only about dating, meeting the perfect husband or wife, but also for friendship. So I want a perfect person, and because I want somebody perfect, I don't want to cope with his or her mistakes or errors or weaknesses. That's why people tend to be less forgiving for mistakes. Yeah. The fun part was in earlier times, people lived in the village. They didn't leave it, and they found friends. They found their husband, their wives, without ever leaving the place. And in these societies, people use apps like Tinder and make no, 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 no. Yes, no, no. In such a way, because there always could be a better friend, better person in the next picture. So, and the question is there, where does it stop? Yes. I actually love this topic, and I already shared some posts and a guide about it in this group. I 100% agree with Christian and Ian, but I also want to add another dimension to this topic. I believe many people are just not structured enough in their social efforts to make friends. Uh, I read a good publication of Professor Jeffrey Hall in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships. Yes, there's actually a whole journal just about social relationship topics. Professor Hall, Dr. Hall, he wrote that it needs over 200 hours time spent together to make a close friend. And okay, it's just statistics. So he questioned people about their friendships and relationships, and that it's figures he got of them. And it still needs over 50 hours for a casual friend. I will post the link to his article with the comments. I even had a video session with him once because of my own friendship relationship topics and project. And I think the most interesting point is that it needs time. It needs time about getting to know each other, bonding with somebody, and trusting someone. And that's a process which develops over time. And if I only engage with people on random occasions, I will just don't spend enough time with them. And therefore, we need to put an effort to get into contact regularly and invest in a one-to-one communication as well. We spoke about the value and types of different communications forms last week. You just have to scroll down further down in the group and you will find my weekly sessions about it and also some discussion boards. And of course, there are people who have different requirements for friendship and companionship with them overall. For example, introverts sometimes don't want to maintain stable friendships because they clash with their need for social solitude because they need their quiet spaces, quiet times, and that might feel like on-off friendship for the others, and that can seem for them as rejection or disinterest. Because if I need my alone time, if someone needs his alone time, he or she doesn't want to be confronted with the personal issues of others, and friendships are often about exchanging personal thoughts and personal issues and experiences. Summarizing, it's about a combination of different important factors. The good thing is that we can work on some of them, others we will need to cope with. I personally like the concept of friendship personas, for example. Friendship personas is that you try to make a picture in your mind about your expectation of friendships and friends at all. So if I have a clear picture in my mind, what type of friends, what kind of people I want to get to know, um, it makes it easier for me to look out for them. So I want to meet genuine good people who have some interests, common interests with me, which are not so super social, who don't want to go out every day, every weekend to the discotheque. And if I have this picture in my mind, I can think about how those people might look like in the real life, how maybe they have certain specifics I can look out for, and I also can think about places where I could meet them. So if, for example, if I don't like partying, I shouldn't go into a discotheque or in bars to make new friends. Maybe I should go to a book club or a library or somewhere else with a quiet environment. Because my friend personas will more likely be in those spots or not in a discotheque because they don't like discotheques themselves. Uh, and I use friendship assistance app to maintain in touch to this regular base. So for example, I have here my app where I have my my keep touch list where I have people I should catch up with next, where I set my reminder patterns that I can tell, okay, I have to get in touch with Happy, and I can look about which topics we discussed last times, and also uh, when we interacted last times and what topics we spoke about. That makes it easier for me to reconnect with someone. If you want to read more about this topic, I recommend you to read my guide in this group. It's called How to Make Friends, and this explains more about the friend persona concept. I think that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this live sessions, this live stream with me. Please like and share it, and I hope to see you again in the group, in our group Friendship Skills 4.0 for this digital age. And I'm going to try a new format next week that I will start with joint shared live sessions where I will interview a coach or somebody involved in the topic to have a better interaction as well. Looking forward to that. I wish you all the best. Thanks, Noah, for participating, joining in, and commenting. Was nice if you have some comments to speak about. And I wish you a nice afternoon, evening, night, rest of the day, wherever you are located.